And out of these dark times came the gnarly age. A time where humanoids no longer fear the evil of the wastelands. You, brave scumdog, are you a rat enough dude to take up arms against the mutants and slime-ridden horrors that lay within the ruins of the forgotten world? Be cautious, my dude, for these are still times of great bogus peril. May Lord Randy bless your slaughters and keep you red.
Total carnage!
Original music makes me sick. We'll make it faster, unleash the masters, and make it right for our new dead master. Oh my God, what have we done? The thoughts are done, have we just begun? Yes, this is it. Time to commit, and we'll do a guitarist. This is right to our face, ripping our municipal ways. They put straight in our place. Ripping off municipal waste! Team Voice, Ryan Waste! Ripping off municipal waste! This is right to our face! Ripping off municipal waste!
Oh, what is up, Neon Maniacs? And the screen is all messed up already. See, Moose, I told you something was going to happen.
Best laid plans and all that, mate.
Yeah, there we go. Everybody hear us good? Moose, say something real quick.
Morning.
Yep, it's good on my end. How's that sound, chat? Let it roll in. What's going on, everybody? We are here. Ooh, got to subscribe. Thanks, Doc Triton, for the subscription. Appreciate it. Hey, yo, got Vienna Beef in the house. How's it sounding?
Of course.
How's it sounding, Beef? We sounding good? Looking good? Maybe moves. All right, sounds good. Thanks. Hex Blades are fun. My dudes, what's up? Punishment 90. We are here chilling. I got the main man, Mutafa. All right, so for the record, tell them how your name is pronounced.
So it's pronounced Mustafa.
Mustafa.
Yeah, there's not a strong emphasis on the U. It's not moose like chocolate mousse or the wild animals of Canada. It's just Mustafa.
So, you know, you're aware of this movie called The Lion King, right? And it was,
no, never heard of it.
Yeah,
Why'd you bring that up, Ryan?
So there's this movie about these lions in Africa, and the guy's name is Mustafa.
It's Mufasa. Actually.
Oh, you're right, Mufasa. See, wow, schooling me on my own joke. All right, sounds A1, perfect. Yeah, Mufasa. You're right. So
yeah.
So then, but like when it's like MUS, I always say moose.
Everyone does, man. Everyone does.
But then, what would you say though? Like, what is it generally?
It should be pronounced Mustafa.
Right.
Or Mustafa. It doesn't really matter either way. I'm not particularly sensitive about it. You know, I know who they're talking to when they say it, so everyone just usually calls me Mus, to be honest.
Mus.
Except my mum, who calls me Musti. But,
well, that's
no.
that's a whole nother.
That's a whole nother. We don't need to open that one. So yeah, Mus is fine. Mus is
Mus.
absolutely fine.
Yeah, that's what I say. I always type it and say it, and that's
Yeah.
that's just how it's just easier for me. And then the last name,
Bekir.
yeah. See, I always say Bekir.
Yeah. Well, like if I was an Arab, it would be something like Bakir, or the emphasis would be there. But
So it's Bekir.
Bekir, yeah, Mustafa Bekir.
See, this is like actually everyone's here to hear this. Hey, Punishment, thanks for the subscription. I appreciate it. See, the people are here to know because this is the first time I would say you've ever been live. This is the first time you've ever been live,
Yeah.
especially with Neon
I believe
Lords.
so.
So, like, yeah, so you're the mysterious man on the internet that posts, but doesn't. Nobody ever probably even knew what you looked like, let alone hear you.
No. I mean, I'm guessing they were assuming I'd be wearing like a fez and smoking a hookah or something. But no. I'm
See, I don't-
decidedly very English looking,
yeah,
despite the name.
very mundane.
I wouldn't go that far, Brian. Come on.
Just kidding. All right, so we got Moose in the house to talk about the stuff, folks. The Kickstarter. Let me refresh. Maybe we got another one.
Yeah.
We
Check
are
that number.
sitting. Nope. Stay. Okay, there we go. 20,459 and 243 backers. We are looking fantastic. I mean, we are back, baby. 10 days to go, and we're going strong. Midnight Green says, hello, Neon Lord and Mustafa. Hello, Midnight Green. That's my buddy.
Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, good evening, good night. In case I don't see
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should clarify. It's 10 in the morning here in Japan.
So Moose is in the land of the rising sun, as they say, right?
Yeah, that's
So-
right. I mean, a little place called Yokkaichi. It's small city. Nearest big city would be Nagoya, if anyone knows where that is. It's literally in the middle of nowhere. I'm surrounded by mountains, forests, tea farms, the occasional wild monkey. Just enjoying a morning cup of tea. It's a bit too early for beer. But, I mean, depending on how long this discussion goes, I may be opening a can or two in an hour or so because, pub opening times are 11:30, so that's acceptable.
Excellent. Yeah, so based on his art, they thought you'd look like a crust punk. Joe Rocks says, can't wait for all the new stuff coming, dude. Super excited. Doc Triton says, the new art is fire. Absolutely.
Loving the feedback, guys. Thank you very much.
Yep, so... so pretty much we decided to do a little Q&A with Moose because everybody knows everything about me. I talk about it constantly, but the other side. So, well, let's get it out of the way first.
Go for it.
We got big news in the Neon Lord Super Savage system world that Mustafa and I are becoming official partners in the biz, if you will. So he's going to be drawing mostly exclusive. I'm sure we'll get some art here or there from other people. I mean, like, we're not savages, right? So, but for 80%. Oh, congrats on marching order. It's so rad. Thank you. Well, that's Moose, not me, but yeah. So I'd say 95%, 98% of the art is going to be all Moose because I'm really hammering it into him now that he's official partner. He's nonstop drawing. It's like a Disney animation studio over here. Like he's got the pencil.
I've not put this. You can see I'm drawing right now.
Yeah.
I'm multitasking.
So, but that doesn't mean that Moose is gonna stop drawing for marching order, right? Like,
no. Marching order is, something I'm pretty strongly committed to.
absolutely.
I've done all the artwork for that from day one, and I'll be doing that until I'm, grey in the beard and losing my eyesight. I think. I'll definitely be doing that. But as Brian said, I am officially a partner in Super Savage Systems, so you can expect a lot more of my work in future Neon Lord related products, shall we say.
Yeah, actually, it is interesting to say it as Neon Lords related products, but I have talked about Escape the Murder Maze a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So that's coming down the pipeline.
Well, let me just post up some pictures that you can throw on screen for anyone who might have forgotten what that one's about, because we done a bit of work on it, but that was a while ago.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to throw it up on the screen. I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh, can we not do that?
No.
Oh, well, never mind.
They know. Escape the murder maze.
Yeah.
So Doc Triton says, oh, there's a lot going on. Awesome from Hexblade. Joe Rock said, very badass. Great news. Moose art is Neon Lords. Yep. They were just meant for each other. That is very true.
I believe so, too.
Yep, it was that Murder Hobo shirt.
Yeah.
I saw.
Yeah, I think that was maybe the first T-shirt I did, actually.
Yeah, I saw the Murder Hobo shirt. Like, I mean, I was like, so Neon Lords was, in its infancy, and I was just trying to get it. It was written for the most part, but I was just trying to, like, get it to an actual book. It needed art, right? So I shopped around, I looked around, and I just wasn't, like, finding something, finding, like, that 40K Chainsaw Warrior look that, like,
right,
that we always talk about. And then the Murder Hobo shirt showed up, and I was like, all right. Actually, it's funny. I think my buddy Nate sent me it. He said, I'm going to get this in pink. And I was like, that's the guy who's going to draw Neon Lords.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember how that came out. I think I was reading something on Twitter, and someone was complaining, I think, about the term murder hobo. And they were saying, oh, it's a bit offensive, a bit out of date, maybe we shouldn't use it. So I think I need to make a T-shirt out of it. So, yeah, I just sat down and banged that out in one day, and it ended up going in a book as well. I think it's on the back page of the Warlock roleplay game.
Oh, perfect.
So, yeah, it's on the T-shirt. It's in the Warlock book because, when it comes to old school dungeon delving, you can't go into a dungeon without a trusty murder hobo by your side. So, yeah, it had to be done.
Yeah, excellent. So, man, the chat is outrageous tonight. I'm loving it. So, Moose, Punishment said he's serious about that Neon Lords Blood Bowl League. We're going to get at it.
Yeah. I remember that comment.
Vienna Beef said, your Age of Darkness shirt is what got him to follow you.
Yeah, that was for the podcast guys at Age of Darkness. There is another project I will be working on with them, but I can't say anything about that. But if you like the Age of Darkness guys, and you like my art, and you like the Horus Heresy, keep your eyes open. That's all I'm saying for now.
Perfect. So let's get into... Well, show me what you got on your screen. Just show me this. Let me see how it looks. Just because we're gonna have to do it that way. Hold on.
Okay,
sorry.
let's do it old school.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can.
Oh yeah, okay. yeah. You could definitely see that. That's 100% okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm just colouring in some more of the creature illustrations from the original book. I thought it'd be useful to have them in colour for other things we might stick them on and use them for.
Yeah. So generally, while we're here, we can talk about the So Pog Series 2 has been unlocked. Some of those are going to be used for some of the Pogs, and then we're going to get a virtual tabletop pack together where it's going to have all the classes and all the bestiaries, and then the tiles and doors and stuff that I use for my cons and stuff. So it's going to be available for people, and it'll eventually be a pack to where you can buy them. Maybe we'll get them. I don't know how we're going to do it. More to follow on that, because I think it would be kind of cool to do it like we get them printed on a Hero Quest card stock, like that thick cardboard, and then we do them in like little like baggies with I don't think I have anything around them. We put them in the baggies with the top, that just staples onto it, and then it has
the bit of cardboard.
Yeah. We do it like that, like a bootleg action figure.
Yeah. Brilliant.
So
Hold on, just one more picture.
yeah.
You can see how many we've coloured so far.
Dang,
That's,
that's impressive.
I think that might actually be pretty cool to stick on a T-shirt by itself,
Absolutely. Yeah.
like some weird Neon Lords, Brady Bunch kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So Joe Rock said, "Good to see Procreate being used. Do you have any custom brushes you or use, or are those just the defaults? If you don't mind, tech questions about your art process."
I use the default brushes. For me, probably 75% of the Procreate features are completely wasted because I essentially use it as I would paper, pencils, and a brush.
Yeah.
I use it mainly because I can go back and correct any mistakes. I don't do anything particularly fancy with it. Um, you know, most people who see my Procreate work can't actually tell it's digital. They think I've done it with, pen and paper because I don't want to do digital art. I just want to do ink art more easily and more conveniently. So, yeah, I just
Efficient.
use
Yeah.
everything that's already on there. Yeah.
Yeah, an efficient factor. That's like what was that last one? The slam sector. He looks like you drew him. The dwarfling with the hoverboard.
Oh, yeah.
He looks like he's pen and paper.
Yeah,
I was happy.
there you go.
I love that guy. Yeah, dude. That's we could, like we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to like put that on a shirt or something too because I love that guy.
Yeah.
Hexblades ask about Neon
I'll
Lord's
add some color to him as well.
Yeah, so Neon Lord's pawns. We're thinking about doing like the same thing, like the Hero Quest thick cardboard. Yeah, Joe Rock says he loves that piece. Yeah, it has to be a shirt. Absolutely. Like we got to do like Slam Sector 7 or something.
Yeah, you could put like a big logo underneath him or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I've been trying to think of what to put like in the book because I got them in a nice spot that I can put kind of like something underneath them, like a little bit of. I mean, because like the Rogue Trader, right? So like there's just that random dude there, and like all this like mythos behind him, like is grown. But like, what is a slam sector in 40K?
I actually don't know.
I looked it up.
That is the only reference I've seen to a slam sector in the whole book, I think.
Yeah, I've looked it up. That is the only reference to slam sectors is that one sticker. Honest.
Yeah.
Let's see. I can. If I don't know if the people at home are following, but I always have my trusty Rogue Trader next to me. Let's see if
I think back in the day, and I remember Rick Priestley commenting on this. The idea was that 40K was supposed to be just a sandbox. So they threw everything and the kitchen sink into the blender, and that's what you ended up with. So there's loads of random stuff that never got seen again. And then there are, little comments that ended up becoming established parts of the lore.
Yeah. It's like essentially they took a shotgun and shot the wall. I mean, because you got like, they took a shotgun, shot the wall, and picked and choose what they wanted to keep. Now, of course, I'm not gonna be able to find it off the top of my head. I thought he's in the equipment section. Is he not?
Yeah, I don't remember where he is off the top of my head.
Well, plus you got like the Grand Inquisitor, like Obi-Wan Kenobi or whatever he's called.
No, Obi-Wan Kuso.
Yeah, Obi-Wan Kuso with the oh, I got him. He's right here. I don't know. It's gonna be hard to show him, but that's like what the art's from. Yeah. It's like my book is like in the worst condition, but he's in 2 pages. He's at the equipment.
Is he?
Yeah, he's like on the same page, like right next to him too.
Maybe they didn't have enough artwork.
I mean, hey, more power to him, but like that's ballsy putting it on the opposite page. At least
I
hide
wouldn't
them.
have the balls to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, at least hide them somewhere. All right, let's see what chat's all over the place. I love it. Swole cardboard, absolutely. That's what we're gonna call it too, when we print on the Hero Quest. I keep
Yeah.
saying Hero Quest, but that's like the best example I have, right? Like that thick cardboard.
Yeah, Hero Quest or possibly Warhammer Quest.
Well, calm down. We're in America. We didn't get Warhammer Quest that well.
Ah, yeah, I guess it wasn't such a big thing there.
So the way you do it definitely gives the old school art vibes. For real, you absolutely have mastered the Codex Imperialis second edition art style moose. Slam sectors
Yeah,
were
guys.
the hive sections of arena combat, I think. Well,
Very possibly.
oh, slam sectors, yeah, so possibly. It could be.
Sounds right.
Sounds legit. I'll buy it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to steal it and we'll call it like slams, SLAMZ sectors.
Yep. Why not?
Yeah. So let's talk influences, right? So this is kind of like
Right.
a Q&A quasi interview at first, and then we're going to deep dive and we're going to like work on like some of the book stuff while we're sitting here too. Like,
Yep.
We're going to work on like a monster, right? We're going to do a monster from the Space
Monster or an NPC, one or the other, I think.
I say we do a monster. I say
Works for me.
so. Yeah, we could do a monster. Let's do the space orcs. The space orcs cop. The orc
Yeah.
cops. That'll be cool,
Right.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm down with that.
All right, sick. So let's talk influences, right? So what's your your go-to influences?
So for me, the earliest influences would be the fighting fantasy books,
Okay.
the older Steve Jackson, Ian Livingstone books. I think I got those before I got anything else gaming related, and they're just full of black and white artwork. And then I think it was like 1989, I want to say. I went into W.H. Smith's, which is a chain of book, magazine, stationery art supply stores in the UK. I don't know if they're still around. And I looked up on the shelf, and they had White Dwarf. And I took it off the shelf, and the front cover was Space Marine in Terminator armor, Deathwing. I think it was a Wayne England illustration. And I saw that, and it just blew my mind. I thought, gee, what the hell is this? And I started flicking through, and in that particular issue, they had a piece about Brian May from Queen visiting the design workshop, design studio in Nottingham. And it was like Queen, Space Marines, Barbarians, all these cool pictures. So I just grabbed it, went home, pored over every page. And from there, I really got more and more into it. Specific artists would probably be, number one, Gary Chalk. Gary Chalk did all the like the Lone Wolf stuff with is it Joe Denver?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Hold on a minute, I'm gonna have to pull up a picture. Gary Chalk. Bear with me.
I'm sure chat knows. Yeah, chat's quiet right now, but yeah, I have no idea. Is it a British thing?
I thought it was an American thing.
I'm sure it could be, but
So there you go. Have you ever seen that artwork?
Lone Wolf, is it like? Let me look it up. I can't really tell.
Yeah.
What is it though? Is it like a comic?
No, it was like a
RPG?
choose your own adventure book.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know if that. I'm Lone Wolf. Yeah. Series containing 31 game books. John Denver, initially illustrated by Gary Chalk.
Yeah.
I don't like. Yeah, I don't know if I've never seen these before, but that doesn't mean that they didn't come out in stateside. Country UK. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. I always thought Joe Deaver was an American, so Okay, well, Gary Chalk, he did all the artwork for the Lone Wolf series, and he did a lot of the artwork in the Warhammer Fantasy Battle Third Edition rulebook.
Okay.
And then there's another artist, Pete Nifton.
Uh huh.
He did pretty much all the artwork for the second edition Blood Bowl.
Okay.
It was all, heavy black lines, really over the top. And then the other guy would be Carl Critchlow, who did the Rogue Trader artwork. You know, in the Rogue Trader book, there's like that center spread, and it shows some planet, some backwater planet, and you've got punks, and you've got Space Marine cops arresting some guy.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
The slave walker robots in the canyon. He did all that artwork. So
that's awesome.
I'd say those three are probably the biggest influences on me and how I draw.
Very cool. What about like 2000 AD? Anything out of that?
Oh Christ, yeah. Hold on. 2000 AD. There we go.
Yeah. Was that the case files?
Case files of Judge Dredd, but numbers 1 to 8 here.
Oh
yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I don't think they come like that over here.
I think they did different ones. So all the ones I got 1 to 8 are all the same, except for the one that's got Judge Death on the front.
Oh, awesome. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, they do come like that. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I thought that whole book was 1 through 8.
No.
I was gonna say
it's a mighty tome. It could not contain all the Judge Dredd. There you go.
Awesome.
Yeah, 2000 AD, Judge Dredd, huge influence. So in England, when I was a kid, Judge Dredd was also, not just in 2000 AD, it was a newspaper comic strip as well.
Right.
So my dad used to work on the trains when I was a kid. He was an electrician. And at the end of the day, when the cleaners would go through and collect all the newspapers that were left over, he'd bring home the ones that had Judge Dredd in them for me.
Oh, perfect. Awesome.
Yeah, so even from like the age of probably 8, I was looking at Judge Dredd in the newspaper.
Yeah, so huge influence.
Well, 2000 AD and Rogue Trader are, in my mind, inseparable. You wouldn't have one without the other, I think. Well, you wouldn't have Rogue Trader without 2000 AD.
You think so?
Well, I mean, stylistically, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the influence. Yeah, I mean, you look at, I don't mean to cut you off, but you look at, like, Rogue Trader, it's got a 2000 AD look for sure. Like, they definitely go hand in hand.
Yeah. So, I mean, I should, let me clarify that. I think Rogue Trader would have existed, but you'd have a very different looking Rogue Trader without 2000 AD.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Mm.
Yeah, like ABC Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you got me hooked. Like, I didn't, like, a lot of that 2000 AD stuff outside of Dread, I wasn't, like, I didn't know about, and then you were showing me, like, no, ABC Warrior, Nemesis, awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not a Joe Pineapples fan, then, like, what are you doing with your life, right?
No, you just get in the sea if you don't like Joe Pineapples.
Yeah, like Nemesis, the Warlock, Slain.
Yeah.
Johnny Alpha,
yeah.
Yeah, just like...
Oh, there we go. Just talking of the man.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. 2000 AD, Judge Dredd, ABC Warriors, Slain the Horned God.
Damn, you got them all.
This thing, it's a Bible, man. It's just absolutely amazing. Yeah, I had to carry all those back from England with me. Wasn't an easy job.
Yeah, I was like, when we went to London, I was in Germany. We went to Forbidden Planet down there.
Oh yeah.
And they had like a huge Dread book, and I wanted, like, I couldn't fit it like in my luggage, so I couldn't buy it, unfortunately. I wanted it so bad. It was like like maybe that thick, and it was like
Right.
it was oversized too. It wasn't even like 8.5 by 11. It was like bigger.
Sure.
They said they can.
Forbidden Planet is an amazing store.
He says you got the GW Judge Dredd box set behind you.
Do I?
I could see the GW Judge Dredd box set right. Oh, yeah. So he's at PAX. My bad. Yeah, so he's at PAX and they got the GW Judge Dredd box set. Yeah, I got you. I was like, wait. But he's saying that they're pushing the Kickstarter there. People are loving it.
That's a good one as well.
Yeah, I have the hardcover of the two books. They released it together as a hardcover. I have that.
Which one was that?
The GW Dread RPG.
Ah, yeah. From back in the day.
Yeah, it's a great book.
Oh yeah.
I look at that, especially like they do like they have a whole section of just like Judge Dredd slang. And it's great because that's like the best part. But okay, yeah. So outside of what's movies? What's the Moose movies like?
Oh, I mean, typical stuff, really. You know, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings. I'm not as mad about all that, you know, kind of 80s, kind of VHS slot horror stuff that you are. I mean, you're a walking encyclopedia of knowledge when it comes to that stuff.
Video nasties, I believe you would call them.
There we go. That's the term.
Not to, you know, quote your own country, but yeah.
In terms of movies and like an influence, I would say the earliest one would be Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah, I mean, of course, everyone loves Conan, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you remember the introduction where his village gets attacked, and the first like attacker you see is the scout, like the Pict or Celt scout. And that was it's played by Franco Columbu, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger's buddy.
Right.
And he's covered in, you know, all the body art and stuff. It was like watching a Frank Frazetta painting come to life.
Yeah, I'm sure. I thought Frazetta had something to do with it.
I mean, I'd be very surprised if, you know, no one on the design team was looking at Frazetta artwork while they were making that movie.
I mean, they had to have been. There's like no.
Oh
doubt.
yeah.
There's no doubt about it. But okay, yeah. So we got Conan on the list, and like, so is it obligatory for you to like Lord of the Rings?
I mean, I'm not really a huge fan in terms of like the lore and the books, and
right.
I'm not one of these people that's going to complain that you know, everyone should be in chainmail and plate armor's wrong. And, you know, I don't care that much. But in terms of influence, I mean, you know, of course, you got to like Lord of the Rings to a certain degree because you wouldn't have fantasy role-play games without Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So pretty much that's like what Gygax based a lot of it off of is Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But in terms of like style, no, I wouldn't say it was a big influence because everything's very, like, you know, the guys who do most of the Lord of the Rings artwork. Was it Alan Lee?
I have no idea.
Right. Hold on a minute.
I'm not a Lord of the Rings guy at all. I don't really actually like it.
Oh right. Okay. So
yeah. See, the obligatory. Do they give you that at birth in the UK?
When you turn 16, you get your national insurance card and a copy of The Hobbit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. So one of the main Lord of the Rings and Hobbit artists is a guy called Alan Lee, and the other one's John Howe or John Ho.
Okay. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, beautiful artwork, but very much in the classic style, you know, like fine art.
Right.
So that is pretty much the polar opposite of how I draw.
Yeah, so you just opposite of it.
I just do the opposite of it, yeah.
Yeah.
You'll never find a thin line in any of my pictures. So, I mean, I like it and I appreciate it, but I wouldn't say it was an influence on me. No.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I like bigger, chunkier, more in your face.
Yeah, like thicker lines, spiked armor, like
You know,
blaster
if you got
pistols.
space, stick a spike on it.
Yeah, and if it's a chainsword, you put like the yellow, black, like caution tape on it.
Yeah. If you're wearing gloves, you have knuckle dusters on each
Yeah,
knuckle. I mean, you know,
yeah, it goes without.
everyone's got knee pads. You know.
Yeah, I do like the knee pads that we have. They're kind of like that '80s spacesuit futuristic knee pad.
Yeah.
It's a nice touch.
Okay, that's a good one. Alien and Aliens, I would say, were another big influence.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I think I saw Aliens before I ever watched Alien.
I don't remember.
Well, I think that Alien came out around the same time as Star Wars.
It came out after Star Wars.
Yeah, but like maybe
But
Star Wars
fairly
was
close.
77.
Yeah, so like I think it's 78 or 79.
Yeah.
The first Alien.
So I was like 1 or 2 years old when the first one came out, and then the second one I saw that first, and you know just seeing the Colonial Marines, and you know that APC that takes them into the refining plant, and Vasquez with her assisted gun.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like that's what sci-fi should look like.
yeah, I mean that's like, so Alien is a haunted house movie in space, and Aliens is a war movie.
Exactly. Yeah.
Aliens is, I mean, far superior. Like, fight me on it. I like Aliens more than I like Alien. I mean,
yeah, and that's not a criticism of Alien.
No. I mean, Aliens.
But Alien is the better movie.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, it's a Space Hulk adventure.
Well, yeah. I mean, do you think Space Hulk would exist without the Aliens movie?
No, I mean, Space Hulk ripped off the movie Aliens, so that's why I don't feel bad ripping off Space Hulk.
Yeah.
We're going full circle. But yeah, but speaking of that, I mean, let's get a little like on the topic of like stuff that's going on. Did you see the Space Hulks coming back in the 40K universe?
Yeah. The new box set, Kill Team.
Yeah, Kill Team box set. I forgot the name of it. It's a pretty cool name.
Oh, I don't remember. I just remember it's Kroot versus like a squad of ship breachers.
Yep.
It is a cool name though. Yeah, can't remember.
I'll look it up right now. And the Space Bulk itself has a cool name. Space Bulk. So yeah, Space Hulk has a cool name. So it's like Kill Team.
I'm gonna have to look up that bloody name now.
Into the Dark. Kill Team Into the Dark.
Right. Well, that's a pretty cool name, isn't it?
I think it's awesome. And then the name of the ship, I don't know if it's gonna tell me. I watched a video and they said it. It was like it was such a Gallo Dark.
Gallo. Oh, that sounds really British, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like super British. Space Bulk. Yeah. So let's see. Oh, okay. I mean, Xenomorphs are literally gene stealers. Yep. Kroot versus Imperial Navy. Yep. Space Bulk is a cool name too. I appreciate it. Doc. I like how they are doing the Zone Mortalis hallways and stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's essentially they took like what was good with the new Necromunda and then added it to Kill Team.
Yeah. I mean, I've not had a chance to play any of the new ones yet. I mean, when I play anything 40K related, these days we use the one-page rules system. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
I'm sorry, which one?
One-page rules.
Oh, yeah. You sent it to me. We got another backer live on the air. Somebody,
Excellent.
well, he said we didn't. It hasn't hit me yet, but it's happening at PAX.
Fantastic. So yeah, I'm not too up with the new system, but I hear a lot of good things about the new Necromunda.
I haven't played it yet, so I can't really talk about the new Necromunda, but I have.
They've also really fleshed out the setting a lot. You've got things like the Water Guild and There's a whole slew of new bounty hunters, and
Yeah, the bounty hunters are cool. They got like there's like a squat bounty hunter, and then there's
that's right.
like a beast man bounty hunter. But yet,
That's right. Yeah.
no rat skins.
Not yet. Not yet. I mean, I hope they do bring them back, but at the same time, I really, really like the original models. I think they were both done. They were all done by the Perry brothers.
Yeah, I mean they're fantastic models. I know we just probably lost everybody watching. They're like, man, like this is like
We don't care
this is
about
the best
40K.
going for 40K right now. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, Necromunda is a huge influence on Neon Lords.
Yeah.
Like, we could talk like that aspect. I mean, like Necromunda, and Chainsaw Warrior and Judge Dredd. Like when it comes to like
Yeah.
gaming side, those were like the. Oh, I mean, Judge Dredd not necessarily gaming, but like
Yeah.
on that side of it were huge,
Sure.
huge influences. Like and like House Spires, like how do we not have them? Like they would look good with new models, but.
Well, also even before Necromunda, there was the proto version, Confrontation.
Yeah.
Did you get that in the States?
No, I just know about it now, you know.
Yeah. So that was never released as a game. It was published in White Dwarf over maybe 3 or 4 articles. And lots of tables, lots of charts, and yeah, you had some really interesting gangs, and they did bring out some miniatures for it, but I don't think they were ever widely released. But yeah, I mean, as a setting, it's fantastic, and I'd love to introduce something similar in Neon Lords.
Yeah, we were talking about doing like so. Yeah, now we could talk about like so. Escape the Murder Maze is essentially a 1 to 10 player mini skirmish game, but like you get 1 mini per person. It's a death match, 1 to 10 player miniature death match game. So it's essentially like so. I mean, it's like movement is done in the Warhammer style of inches. Not necessarily like in an RPG where it's done by tile movement. So it's more 40 like Necromunda ish when it comes to that, but it's you do get 1 model, but it does activate, and like you do have like activations and movements and all that stuff. So it's more tabletop when it comes to that than it is. There's no like role playing realistically, and then so we got questions. So what video games inspired you, Moose, with this art, and is there any art from classics old school video games that you really love?
Yes, that's an easy one for me actually. I don't know if you had this in the States. The Bitmap brothers.
You know, that's like is that a Spectrum thing?
No, this was on the Amiga 500 and the Atari.
I have no
And
idea.
they did a game you'd probably know, Speedball.
I know Speedball because we talk about it. That's the only reason I know about it.
Actually, maybe that wasn't the Bitmap brothers.
I do know, like, I'm playing dumb. I do know about them, but I only know about them because we've talked about them.
Right. So they did a series of games, and the artwork on the covers was amazing. Hold on, I'll pull up the artwork for you now.
Yeah.
So you go. So that was the cover of Speedball.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that.
I know about it because we've talked about it.
And then there was one called Gods, which was done by Simon Bisley, who did the Slanehorn God series.
Simon Beasley.
The man is a god. He's a walking god. There was another good one, Chaos Engine.
Yep, Chaos Engine, very British game, but very cool.
Yeah, so in terms of video games, those guys, and they also did what I think is the single greatest like spaceship shoot 'em up, but with perhaps the shittiest cover of all time.
Okay.
Xenon 2 Mega Blast.
Oh, that cover's awesome.
The colors are cool, but I mean, like compare that with that.
Yeah, I
There's
mean,
like
yeah,
literally no competition, man.
No, of course no competition, but I like it. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
But
So yeah,
yeah,
Bitmap Brothers were a huge influence in terms of video games for me.
I'm just dying. What about the Spectrum?
Oh, the Spectrum, man, that was such a clunky old thing, but I loved it. Um,
I want
so
one
we had this.
still.
If you can get one, go for it, man.
It's
You would
impossible.
love it.
It's it's
Well,
very
I mean,
hard.
they were created by. Sorry,
It's very hard in the States to get one.
they just did a remake
Yeah,
of it,
they
didn't they?
did. Yep, they sure did. Very hard still. I mean, I can. I mean,
Oh, really?
if I want to pay UK shipping prices, I can get one now. But that I don't want to do that.
No, I don't blame you, mate. Yeah, we had this inventor in England called Sir Clive Sinclair.
Oh yeah, I know all about. I know all. I know.
Oh, yeah. Did you
I
see
watched
his electric car?
a bunch of documentaries on the Sinclair and the home computer boom. So like home computers didn't like so home computers like in the terms of like Sinclair and like the UK models completely different than like what we got in the States. So that's why it's very very interesting to me. Like the you know it hooks up to your TV essentially, right? Like
Yeah.
yeah, that's awesome. Like we did like I think the Commodore 64 does. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not like super into
The
like
Commodore 64 goes to the TV, yeah.
yeah, yeah. They're talking about Spectrum's really hard to get. Yeah, I know in the States it's impossible. We like me and Moose have been trying to figure out Spectrums for a long time because that color palette is like amazing on that, and like obviously like there's a Predator game for it.
Yeah.
Like, there's some like wild games, and they're on cassette.
Well, that's the thing, right? When I got the Spectrum 48K,
Yeah.
it was, geez, it would have been like 1983, 84, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I was maybe like 6 years old. I think my dad had visions of me becoming, you know, a computer programmer and, you know, making myself rich that way. Obviously, it didn't happen. But you had the computer, and you had to connect it to an external cassette player.
Yep.
It didn't even have one built in. The later one did. And then you had to connect it to your TV.
Mm-hmm.
And you put the cassettes in, and you had to type, like, I think it was like run and a slash on your screen.
Yeah.
And then you had to press enter and press play on the cassette at the same time. And then you had to wait 5 minutes for anything to load. It was literally 5 minutes. You could go and make a cup of tea, come back, and it would still be loading. And you had to turn the volume down because it made this horrific screeching noise while flashing a multitude of colours. So if you have like epilepsy, you can't sit in front of the thing because you'll just have a fit. It was mad, and you were never guaranteed the thing would load, which is even more infuriating. Like, remember, like if you had like a Sega or a SNES, you could just, if it doesn't load, blow on the cartridge and stick it back in.
Yeah.
Spectrum, you got to rewind the bloody tape, wait another 5 minutes. But I mean, for the time, it was amazing, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, there's this British guy that I watch on YouTube, like Nostalgia Nerd. That,
All right.
He's where I've learned all my my knowledge of Sinclair and everything, and he talks about that, and he talks about like the cassette, like having to listen, like wait forever, and then you ever heard of like there was like a haunted computer case in the UK where like I'll have to look it up and send it to you. Where like with your face already, and, like people were talking to like the past on the computer. Like they would like have a Word doc up, and then like in the morning, like it would have like all this stuff that was supposedly written from like the past.
Jesus.
Yeah, he did all.
I've never heard of that, but it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. It was very very fascinating.
Oh, please do. Well, there was something similar, like in the BBC. I think it was the BBC. They did this fake documentary about hauntings,
Yeah.
and they didn't tell anyone it was a fake documentary.
Yeah.
And like half the country believed it was real, and they were phoning in and having heart attacks and all crazy stuff was going on.
Yeah. So yeah, I got it right here. Let me see if it talks about it. Of course, like he's got all this stuff. Doesn't really tell you about like the actual episodes. I couldn't tell you. I'll just send you the link.
Yeah, send me a link then.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, so I do know about that. It was like Ghost Line or Ghost something. I was actually talking about it
I think that's it.
at the. I just sent a picture of it because I was talking about it at the con to everybody, and they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. But like, I was like, well, most of my UK knowledge is I get from you. Let me see if I got the name of it here.
I'm corrupting you one conversation at a time.
Well, like the big one is Crystal Maze.
Oh yeah, Crystal Maze. That was a fun show. I mean, that was
Ghost
a
Watch.
few years back. But Ghost Watch, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they've re-released it or they remade it with Richard Ayoade as the host.
Yeah, I think they did a celebrity Crystal Maze.
I did not know.
Yeah, I like going through and watching all the old ones. I started watching like newer ones. Yeah, and they did a celebrity Crystal Maze, and then, I mean, obviously they're like British celebrities, so like I don't know who they are, but it's interesting.
I mean, chances are I wouldn't know who they are, man. I've not lived in England for 23 years now.
Yeah, so statistically, you've probably lived your life longer in Japan than you'd have in the UK, right?
I have. Yeah, I was 21 when I came here, and I'm 43 now.
Yeah, it's very, very interesting to think about it like that. So, like,
yeah,
so, yeah, there's a controversy over one. I watched one. I can't remember the controversy, but I know I think one of the female celebrities ends up like quitting or freaking out like during the show or something. I'd have to relook it up. I don't
really.
Yeah, it was like a whole ordeal. So yeah, to the uninitiated in the chat who's like, what is this Crystal Maze? What are they talking about? It's a British game show where a group of people go through this maze. They go from like room to room trying to solve various puzzles. They could be like a wide range, but it's so each section's like base. So there's like a submarine section, like a temple section, like a space section, right? So they could go into and then their job is to get crystal balls essentially, or some kind of crystal or diamond or something.
Or is it parts of the crystal that go together at the end?
No, so at the end, each crystal is worth time that they spend in like the giant ball, the wind tunnel to collect money. So
That's it.
So they could so essentially like one room could be like a bunch of like prison cells that they gotta mismatch and try to maze their way through, get the key, back, unlock it, get the crystal, and then get out in time and hand it to their partner. But then like if the door shuts and they're in it, they're locked in the room.
That's right. Yeah, it's like see you later, mate.
Yeah. And the worst part is it's such a cool concept. We don't have this in America. That's why I'm so enamored by that. And Nightmare was another one.
Oh, Nightmare, brilliant show.
Yeah,
brilliant show.
We'll get to Nightmare in a second, which is even crazier. So,
yeah, I mean, I can't believe they let kids do that.
But Crystal Maze, right? So if you have like a bank of crystals, you could spend them to free your friends or spend it to get the money. So I thought that was a really cool concept. So it's Legends of the Hidden Temple kinda, but kinda. You could watch them. I've watched a ton of them, and
there's loads on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy from Rocky Horror Picture Show. I can't remember.
Richard O'Brien.
Yeah, Richard O'Brien is the original host, and he is phenomenal.
Oh, he's brilliant. Yeah.
And
I mean, I think like the new host, Richard Ayoade, it's a good choice because they didn't go for someone similar,
right?
Because you can't compete with Richard O'Brien.
No.
Yeah, and there was a second host. Richard Ayoade is the third host. The second host was a guy called I think Edward Tudor Pole. He was
I have no idea.
a pop singer.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. Just before I forget,
yeah.
I remembered another movie that was a big influence.
Excellent.
Excalibur.
Okay, yeah, Excalibur. Very good movie.
It's the best King Arthur movie ever made.
Interesting. How many King Arthur movies have are kicking around? A lot.
So you've got Excalibur. You've got Arthur. So King Arthur with Clive Owen,
Oh,
which
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
like more kind of late Roman, Dark Ages looking. You've got the one with Sean Connery and
It's like First Night or whatever.
but yeah.
Something like
God,
that.
who's the guy from Pretty Woman with a big nose?
Richard Gere.
He plays
Lancelot.
Lancelot.
I
Yeah,
mean,
with
I
that
don't know.
one.
I'm just guessing. I don't know if this.
Well,
is
no,
right.
it's an easy one to guess, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then a few years back, or maybe 4 years back, there was the Guy Ritchie one.
yeah. And you're missing one. You're
Am I?
missing. Yeah, you're missing the best.
Which one?
Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I
Oh
mean,
yes, that's true. Yeah, of course, that would be a King Arthur one, wouldn't it?
I would call it King Arthur. Yeah.
Well, they're looking for the Holy Grail. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's brilliant.
Yeah. I love that
And
movie.
I mean, and out of all of them, the Guy Ritchie one is easily the worst, by a long stretch.
You ever see the George Romero movie Night Riders? They're like on motorcycles. They're like nights on
Oh
motorcycles.
God, yeah, with Ed Harris.
Yeah. The chat's asking if these are better than that movie, and I said never. But yeah, speaking.
You know, I've never seen it. I've never seen it. I just seen the trailers
No, you
for it.
just know about it.
Is
Yeah.
it worth a watch?
Yeah, absolutely. Are you like? Yeah, it's worth the watch. It's a Romero movie. George Romero did a.
Well, yeah, no, that's fair
Okay,
enough.
So
Yeah.
you know who he is, though, at least, right?
Oh yeah, of
Okay.
course. Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah. Okay, all right. I got to put a baseline somewhere because you said you weren't like a huge like movie guy.
Not. I don't watch a lot of horror. No.
Oh yeah, I mean that's fair. There's nothing wrong with that. So Nightmare, right? So KNIGHTMARE was a
That's it.
British children's game show where it was essentially a team would sit in a room and one teammate, the poor teammate, would put a helmet over his head that made him blind. He couldn't
Yeah.
see, and he would have to traverse these dungeon levels and not die. Literally not die, though. Because some of the stuff they put these kids through is pretty sketchy.
It's so funny. It's like, I'm sorry, team. Your adventurer has fallen to his death. Yeah. Crying kids leaving the studio.
Yeah, but hey, they all got like they get death certificates. I'm pretty sure.
I think so. Yeah.
It's an interesting show. It's very 80s too, like, and then they did some into the 90s.
There's there's a Scottish comedian named Limmy,
Yeah.
and one of his sketches is called Falcon Hoof, and it's basically a rip off of Nightmare.
I'll have to. Is it like something you can watch?
You can find it on YouTube if you just type in Falcon Hoof, but it's very much aimed at adults, and it's like people call in the show, and he talks them through these adventures. You know, you're in a room with a chasm. What are you going to do, and that kind of stuff. But it's not kids; it's all adults. So all manner of weird stuff happens. If you like Nightmare, give them a watch.
Falcon Booth.
Falcon Hoof, as in a horse's hoof.
Okay, so how do you spell that?
So Falcon, Falcon,
Got it.
and then Hoof, Hoof.
Oh, hoof.
Yeah.
I was thinking you said. Okay, I see it. It looks. It's already funny. Just seeing
It's
the
brilliant.
thumbnails. Yeah, it looks awesome. I can't wait to dive into that for sure.
Oh no, you'll love it.
Very excited. So yeah, so let's start. Let's get some ideas for this the cop, right?
The orc cop.
Yeah. So
Cool.
so I was kind of thinking like a mix between the Duke Nukem cops that are like just straight pig faced
Right.
and like 40K pig faced like orcs, like the old orcs, right?
All right. Are we doing like just a bestiary
So
square sketch, or are we
I
doing a full
say
body one?
I say let's for now let's do a full body just for fun for the stream.
Sure.
But I mean it'll look good in the space bulk section.
It'll get used somewhere, won't it?
Yeah, we'll always get a use. So let's see, chat. What do you guys think we want to add to it? So I mean, while you,
Yeah.
we could just chit chat about stuff. So what's the tea? What do you drink for tea?
I'm just drinking straight Lipton's here at the moment. I don't have any fancy stuff in the house,
Interesting.
but I'm drinking it black, straight, no milk, no sugar, because after this is done, I need to go and have a workout, and I like to do my workouts fasted.
Interesting. No English breakfast.
No, I'm an Earl Grey man, much like Captain Picard.
Earl Grey, huh?
Earl Grey hot, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's not really much of a thing in the States, tea drinking.
Tea drinking, not necessarily. I enjoy it. I enjoy a good cup of tea, though, of course. Love the pickouts with the lard SWAT writing on the front. Yeah, lard and actually, it's funny that lard is actually something, because like in Duke Nukem, it's like L.A. like whatever something. Lard means something different in Neon Lords. It's actually Moose came up with it.
You die?
Yeah, you did. Well. So, do you know what I'm talking about, or you have no idea what I'm talking about?
It's somewhere in the back of the brain, but it's not
So
coming loose at the.
I feel bad for Moose. Hold on, I feel bad for him in the sense that I bombard him every day with 1,000 different ideas and 1,000 different things, and he has to like calm me down and be like, "Look,
Yeah.
calm down. Like we got like a lot of stuff going
Chill,
on."
Brian. Chill.
Yeah. So at some point, it's still there. I have it written for the most part. Is a solo adventure called Stomp Out Lard. And LARD is an acronym for Liberal Arts Revolutionary Department.
Was that my idea?
Yeah, because I wanted to call it Stomp Out Democracy. And you're like, yeah, you probably don't want to do that, because I was gonna just because they're free. Well, they're extremist hippies that want to.
Yeah, I remember this now.
Overthrow the government. So there's a plot to kill the president, and so in true like Snake Plissken style, you get a full loadout. You get on the attack chopper, and it gets shot down somewhere within Detroit Prime during a riot, like Lard's rioting the city, and you have to make it to Lard headquarters and stomp out Lard, essentially. Yeah, Garrett,
Yes, that's ringing a bell now.
they're saying we need the adventure. Yeah, it's coming. It's a soul. It's awesome too. So like I got a lot of it done. It's kind of just floating in the aether right now, but yeah. So Lard's there. Yeah, so like I mean it's like a hippie, it's literally called like a hippie like hippie toting an RPG, like shoots you out of the sky, and then like you jettison out, fall somewhere far away, so you kind of as you're like parachuting down, you kind of get a bird's eye view. You kind of know where Lard headquarters is, and like the crash site, because obviously like you know the attack chopper hits and you see the smoke and stuff, so you can like traverse your way through the city streets, and essentially randomly rolling like where you end up, and then like obviously like if you know the area you get better rolls and stuff and all that. Then once you finally make it to Lard, then you just like you know kick in the door and got your lawgiver right there.
Just unload on some hippies.
Yeah, unload on hippies. So that's the basic idea. It's in existence. It'll come out eventually. It's on the long list of
The ever-growing list. Yeah.
constantly, because it's like I just come up with a cool idea and it's like, well, that would make a great adventure. So then it's like, but then like the biggest thing is like I can write adventures all day, but like at some point like they gotta have art to them. You can't just like release like a
No.
document. Like it's just it that's not our style. So
No.
yeah, Stomp Out Lard will eventually come out. That's like a big. I can't really see it.
Goddamn computers,
Yeah.
screens.
Damn
No,
it.
hold on. Let me see if I can just change the saturation on that.
Yeah, maybe.
One more.
Yeah. Because the color ones came out fantastic. So like. Yeah. Perfect.
That's the rough pose for the orc cop.
Yeah.
So he's pointing at someone and he's got a nightstick.
Perfect. Day stick.
Day stick.
To go with the Judge Dredd, right?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, perfect.
What are we thinking for outfit? Just like proper SWAT gear?
Yeah, proper SWAT gear, absolutely. And then like
Okay.
it'd be kind of cool. Maybe like not this one. Maybe the portrait. We put like a cruiser helmet on it, like a Judge Dredd style, like clear visored helmet, but like with the tusks and like the snout sticking out.
Well, we've already got someone
Yeah, the street
in the
enforcers.
bestiary section with a very dread-looking helmet.
He's saying nix the helmet.
I think what might be cool is doing more like a southern sheriff or cop with the reflective glasses.
Yeah.
Maybe
All
a
right.
toothpick sticking out of his mouth.
Oh, a razor. Yeah, that's a deep cut right there. Putting a toothpick in like a razorback's mouth, because then you got the Razor Ramon aspect of it. And then
Which is never a bad aspect to have.
no, and then Garrett's gonna love that.
Yeah. He'll definitely love that.
Perfect. See, it's like we thought about this in advance. Who's messaging?
And this is how the process usually goes.
Generally,
Starts with something,
yeah.
ends up
So-
something else.
Usually this would take like 8 hours to get over text, but now we have it a lot faster. So and everyone's getting all the bits. So another big influence on you, possibly, I don't know, putting it out there. Dungeon Quest. Did you play Dungeon Quest as a kid?
I did. I had it as a kid, and my mate had it. Sorry. Great game. Great game. You
Phenomenal
know,
game.
very very small chance of survival.
Yeah.
And that's those are kind of games I like. It's not really a matter of winning. It's a matter of being the last person to die.
Yeah.
I like that vibe. It's like Space Hulk's very similar. You know, it's brutal if you're the Terminators.
Yeah, you got a very, very big disadvantage. Even though like it's like firepower versus speed, but like speed's always gonna win.
Yeah, and the fact that when they do get in base-to-base contact, they're just going to tear you to shreds.
Oh yeah, and that too. Yeah, like they got the melee out the ass, but
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's like a dying thing in like gaming in general is like Dungeon Quest. You can die tile 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like that's why like, I mean I have like, probably a lot of people don't like it, but there's a lot of like instances in Neon Lords where you will instantly die, and there's nothing you could do about it. But it makes for the best storytelling and the best time, because you remember your deaths more than you remember like, oh well, this character was this, but like I mean every time like me and Garrett or anybody talk, we're like, hey, remember when like this guy died this way and all that stuff. So like
Yeah. Well, it's like there's that meme I've seen floating around. It's like a 4-panel meme, and it shows like players of different roleplay games, and I think like the top right hand one, it's a D&D 5th edition player. It's like, oh, my character went to a ball and fell in love and got a magic heart, and then the bottom right corner, it's some kid crying. It's like, I play Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay First Edition. My character's got dysentery and lost an arm.
Yeah.
The the pathetic aesthetic, as it were. You know, you remember those stories a lot more. You know, remember that time you had your hand bitten off by a Skaven, or remember that time you woke up and you'd been robbed of all your gear and there was a pixie running off laughing. I mean, that's more memorable. I think.
Absolutely. That's like I like to tap into that and just like the brutality of it. I mean, Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, even to this day, like the whatever edition they're on, like fourth or fifth.
I've got no idea what one it is now.
Yeah, well, whatever. I got it at the house. Well, here I have it, and it's still brutal. It's still just as like I know, like Fantasy Flight. I think took it for a while, and they kind of pacified it. But whoever's doing it now went back to the D100%, and like kind
Cubicle 7 is it called?
I believe Cubicle 7 has it now.
Yeah,
but it's good stuff. But yeah, that's the thing that I like the most. Especially about like us and like the old school games, workshop games, is they're brutal. Like so, Chainsaw Warrior, right, is like,
yeah.
I always talk about it, and I love this game, and I have yet to beat it. It's brutal. It is brutal. So I played it like last month or 2 months ago now. On my birthday, I played some games. Right, like it's a busted out on like holidays. I bust out Chainsaw Warrior. Like Thanksgiving. Yeah. Thanksgiving, I'm gonna hit it again. So November, I may beat it. I might. So, first game, I died within because it's like it's like 60 minutes. Like,
yeah,
I know. Like you don't. You never had a copy, right? Like,
no. I mean, I know it, of course, very well, but never had a chance to get a copy myself.
Right. So like so you tick down for the audience because not everybody maybe know. So you tick down every action you do as the Chainsaw Warrior takes 5 minutes. So you got 60 minutes. 60 minutes to take to beat the main bad guy, the Darkness his name is. And the second time, I'm trying to think if it is 5 minutes increments. I feel like that would be, I don't know. Anyway,
that sounds right.
Yeah, 5 minute increments, 60 minutes. Yeah, that's right. Or no, not 5 minute increments. I think it's like 30-second increments. I don't know. I'd have to look. I don't remember. Anyway. So I didn't even make it out of the first 10 minutes the first game, and I was brutally destroyed. Got radioactive, like poisoned out, like all the way to death. And then the second game, I made it to the second tower, and I was like, holy crap, this is it. This is the day I beat Chainsaw Warrior. Chainsaw Warrior is finally gonna be beaten. And then there was a kung fu cultist at the end of not at the end, I wasn't even anywhere near the end of in that tower that like I just could not, like the dice just did not let me hit this guy, and he just pummeled me to death, and then I just died. I died at the hands of the kung fu cultist. I was so upset.
But that's a lot more memorable than breezing through it.
But it'd be very memorable if I actually beat it, because I've yet to beat it my whole life.
Hold on, I've got an update for you.
Excellent. Oh yeah. He looks like a Grammarian guard too.
Yeah. What are we putting on the chest plate?
Oh, good question. Let me.
Anyone out there got any ideas?
Chest plate. Well, it's got a. I would say like cops, like COPZ.
I like
right?
that.
And then like we could do like a so you could do an adventure, like make it like cops, where like you play as like orc space cops, and then you have to like quell like insurrections and like do just normal like stupid stuff like a space cop would do.
Well, I reckon you could play that from both points of view.
Yeah.
Like, either you're a cop on patrol, or you're just some poor schmoes in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
And you end up getting chased by this mental camera crew and cops, and you're just trying to get home safe.
Yeah. That would be interesting, too, because we actually did a camera crew. We did, like, the Mall of America stream, where it's like a mega dungeon mall.
Oh, yeah.
And Vienna Beef was trying to tape a reality show at the same time. So like his meat shields were like a camera crew, and they got eviscerated, and like it was down to like a boom mic operator was like the only guy survived. Obviously, we can't do so. They said Detroit Prime, Orc Riot Cops. We can't do Detroit Prime because they are not in Detroit Prime. The cops, they are on the Space Bulk, so they are employed by the Space Federation, if you will. Lesser known fact.
I mean, in the future, we could do some Detroit Prime cops.
Yeah, they do. They're street enforcers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we are.
They exist. They're just Judge Dredd, Kmart Judge Dredds. It's like if you ordered Judge Dredd on Wish, you would get street enforcers. So, yeah. So, and then that's the funny part is the like Neoterra, is on like the lame list from like the Space Federation. Like, there's a reason like they don't mess with the planet because they just think it's insufferable.
It's like you ever read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
I've never read it, but so it's like the same as Earth, right? Like that's why they blow it up.
Yeah, they're like, we need to demolish your planet because we're making way for an intergalactic highway.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, why didn't you tell us? Well, the we put in the planning permission, 100 years ago. You could have just gone to your local office and, said something. But, it's just some backwater planet that really no one has any high regard for.
Yeah. But the interesting thing is like a lot of like so space bulks in the chaos storms, like the Space Federation will not only like unwillingly like gets in the mix because like the space the chaos storms like take other ships and meld them all together and everything, just like a regular space Hulk. But so they're unwillingly like get that close to the planet because like space bulks do like orbit the planet, and Space Federation's involved within it because like they kind of take jurisdiction over them, even though they're like that close to the Neoterra XX.
Just a problem that they have to deal with, unfortunately.
Yeah, they got to deal with the president and his cocky attitude. But yeah, so that's kind of like the basic idea for what's going on. And then like I did a where it's located. So like the moon, like Space Federation actually has an impound lot on the moon for space bulk. So you could end up in one of those too.
That would be funny.
Yeah, it's already impounded by these orc cops. He says, "Mork, multi-space organized riot cops." Maybe multi-space though. I don't know. I gotta think about it. We take our acronyms very seriously. Punishment.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We acronym a
acronyms
lot.
are a big thing.
Moose is actually like, if there's a decent acronym in the book, he's probably the one who came up with it. He's like really good at it.
I do like my acronyms and my alliteration as well. Big fan of that.
Yeah, that's like a big Judge Dredd thing. Everything seems like it's always alliterating in Judge Dredd.
Yeah, I think so. How's bloody thing. How's that face looking?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You give him a little like drool and some snot.
I think some drool is required. Yeah. Just
Yeah, riot cops better break out that riot foam. Yeah, I was trying to come up with like riot foam grenades today. It's kind of like my thought idea. Like,
yeah, well, I mean they got riot foam in Judge Dredd, haven't they?
Yeah, that's kind of like. I didn't want to do riot specifically, but like I was like maybe we could do a foam grenade, and then I shipped it over to Garrett, and he's like, well, what kind of foam? And I'm like, then I was like, well, the only way to do it is the Judge Dredd riot foam, but I don't necessarily know if I want to do it.
I think it'd be cool, or you could do like large nets like the gorillas in Planet of the Apes when they're hunting down the humans.
Oh yeah. Give the, that's absolutely a good idea. That's how they detain you.
Yeah.
And then like the ISO cubes, take you to the ISO cubes.
Yeah.
Well, actually, they're probably gonna interrogate you and torture you first, then throw you in the ISO cubes.
Well, these guys would, yeah. I mean, in Judge Dredd, there's no need for interrogation because he can just,
No,
convict
yeah.
you on the spot.
Yeah, there's very little interrogation because they have the gun that they have the lie detector gun that they carry too. Judge Dredd has, and then judges are trained in being able to cheat the gun, so you can't interrogate a judge with one. You have to use like old school means.
Right. I don't think I remember that actually.
Yeah, see, I go deep, baby.
You do, yeah. I'm gonna have to reread them. It's been a long time.
Yeah, the cybernet launchers like the one Cyrax shoots out of MK, absolutely, yeah. So like, yeah, they shoot nets. That's how they detain you. I'm all about that.
Net gun, yeah.
Yeah, net gun. Gotta have a net gun, right?
Well, Rogue Trader's got the Weber.
Yeah, the Weber is great. It's a great name too. See, like that's the problem. Like, so I got Stummers in the game.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what else I have. I stole a bunch from Necromunda, but I like I was like whatever. Like Stummers, like who? I looked it up, and Stummers is listed only in that Necromunda book.
Stun guns are also in the Judge Dredd miniatures game.
Yeah, stun guns for sure.
No, I think stun.
Like, what do you spell it?
STUM.
Stum guns?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. So Stummers in Necromunda. Let me remember now. Of course, I can't remember what they do. Stummers like. Damn it! I don't remember what they do. Oh. You know what? I can tell you what they do because I got my 94 Necromunda books right here. This is what like it comes down to. It's like, what can I steal and get away with? But like, it's just by name only. Like Stummers in Space Bulk are essentially micro.
There you go. Let me show you. Sorry, just to show you. That's
Let me. I don't have.
That's one of the old original Citadel miniatures from the Judge Dredd roleplay game.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So that's a riot cop with a STUM STUM gun.
Okay.
So they're a pretty well established weapon in
Stum. Yeah.
Pro Trader STUM. Yeah.
Stum guns, but Stummers. So it's actually Stummers. STUMMERS. Okay. Yeah. I remember. So Screamers are anti-intrusion. It's an anti-intrusion kit. It's like lasers where, like, if people cross them, they blare an alarm, and they alert the gangs that they're there. Stummers, while Screamers make a loud noise, Stummers stop the noise, so they're anti-Screamers. But in Space Bulk and Neon Lords, the Stummers are actually micro EMPs that can blast out like electronics, but like microly, I guess, right? So like more like accurate, like so like in the room you're not blowing out everything, you're blowing out specific pieces of equipment.
Right, so it's like a hyper focus blast.
Yeah, it's like a grenade that or no, they're not grenades, they're like little like ninja stars.
Right.
So there you go. There's Stummers. So like, it's not functionally the same. It's just I stole the name.
That's fine.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, those GW Dread models are so gorgeous. Absolutely, like anything, any of those old models are just fantastic.
Well, in terms of Dread in 2000 AD, there's been, I think, 4 different iterations of the models. You've got the original Citadel ones from the roleplay game, and then Foundry in the UK had the license to do all the 2000 AD stuff. So you had ABC Warriors, Slain, Warlock, Judge Dredd.
Right.
And then Mongoose Games did Judge Dredd the miniatures game,
Yeah.
and they came out with a full range. And now Warlord has the license, and they have Judge Dredd and Slain models. Like for my money, the Foundry ones are the best.
Yeah, we've
because
talked about this.
they're chunky, they're detailed, they're well proportioned, they're great. And sorry, there was one more set. They did you know Hero Clicks.
Yes.
There's a 2000 AD set for Hero Clicks.
Yeah, they are insanely priced.
Really?
Yeah, I looked up because I wanted the Dread ones, and they're like insane prices. Not even worth like.
Because I had Johnny Alpha and Wolf Sternhammer.
Oh, awesome!
And I repainted them, and I traded them with a mate for something else. And they were great because they were sculpted by a guy called Tim Prow, who did a lot of stuff for GW back in the day. And he's got his own line of miniatures called Die Hard Miniatures.
Yeah, I think I've seen them.
Yeah, they're perfect for Neon Lords. If anyone wants to, put miniatures on the table for their games, have a look at Die Hard. They do really nice stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to show off my awful paint, but I mean, like, there's an old Necromunda mercenary.
Oh, that's one of the old bounty hunters.
Or bounty hunter, yeah. Mercenary, bounty hunter, same thing.
Yeah.
And then
he's great.
All my minis are over there, but I got the Waste Man.
Waste Man. Yeah,
ton of Waste Man minis.
JC Fairclough, I think, did the sculpting for them.
Punishment says, love those old Mutant Chronicles minis too. Same style. I'll have to look them up.
Hold on. Hold that thought. I can show you some. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3. Okay. These are, I think, Warzone Mutant Chronicles.
Oh, that's sick. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's a chunky mini right there. That's like
I don't know
perfect.
if you can see it clearly.
Yeah,
you
look
see
at
like
them.
the flower petals.
Yeah, look at them shoulder pads.
Yeah. So there's that guy, and then that dude.
Oh yeah, they're sick. They're like different corporations, right? That they all work for.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super chunky.
Yeah, that's like. I mean, even like the Genesis game, they came out like that chunky too. Oh, that guy's dope.
Yeah, they're lovely miniatures. Really nice.
What do you play? What do you use them for?
I use these for just kind of generic mercenaries, or if I'm doing something like Murder Mayhem, I'd use them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Because I mean, like, to my mind, Murder Mayhem is essentially Quake on the table.
Yeah. 100%.
But just dialed up to 11 and with Neon Lord stuff thrown in.
Yeah.
So for me, these guys are perfect for that.
Yeah,
absolutely perfect.
Yeah,
for
they
that.
are. They're 1,000% perfect. You could not get a better mini unless we made our own.
There's a company called Crooked Dice, and they just did a Kickstarter, and they've re-released a series of sci-fi miniatures that were owned by a company called East Riding Miniatures about maybe 10 years ago or something, and they went out of production. And amongst them, they've got a lot of kind of not Street Fighter looking characters, or not Fist of the North Star looking characters.
Right.
And they've also got some nice corporate war miniatures, so trench coats, shades, laser guns, or imagine like Ken and Ryu from Street Fighter in those kind of poses, and they do some very nice kind of corporate security. Hold on.
Yep.
I got a stupid amount of miniatures painted here, so
Yeah, it looks like it's a pretty impressive cabinet full.
oh yeah, there's a few hundred in here. All right, so here's a few that would work well. I think for Neon Lords gaming especially. So you've got these guys here who are their corporate security.
Oh yeah. Perfect.
And then you've got these guys, which are their gang members. They're called Slicks. You can see a bit better there.
Yeah, it's like Matrixy.
Long trench coat. Yeah. And then there's a company, Ralpatha Europe, and they bought the molds for an old game. The name escapes me now. But this is one of the, what they call them, like Chem Warriors, I think.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we need those.
Yeah. Absolutely perfect for Neon Lords. I mean, if that's not like a Muty Wasteland Raider, I don't know what is.
Yeah, that's like the epitome of like a mutant raider.
Yeah. You just imagine him, kind of trying to cannibalize you before he, before or after he kills you back.
Yeah, so he says Res Nova Games is bringing back Warzone Mutant Chronicles, and their minis are doing the same style, so that's something to look forward to. Yeah, keep us posted on that. I'd be interested in the minis for sure. I'm always in the hunt for a good mini.
Well, there's a company, you might have heard of Prince August.
I don't know.
They're like a really old company, like decades old. And what they used to do is they'd sell you these little molds, and they'd sell you ingots of lead that you could melt in your kitchen and cast your own miniatures.
Wow. That sounds dangerous.
It sounds really dangerous. I mean, how many people died of lead poisoning because of that? I've got no idea. And they carried the original range of Warzone Mutant Chronicle miniatures at very reasonable prices.
Right.
They might still have them, and they might still be selling off their backstock. So if you're after anything really chunky, have a look at Prince August.
Prince August?
Yeah.
Like Prince as in like a prince?
Yep, and August is in the month, or Prince August if you're going for the adjective.
Let's look it up here. Warzone, right? Is that what we're looking for?
Yeah.
28mm metal.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they got them. Cheap
Yeah,
prices. The war
pretty reasonable.
Oh yeah, I mean like four pounds for one dude, like 12 for like squads of 4.
Yeah, and they're chunky, man. They're really chunky.
Dang, the board game's only 20 pounds on its own. I'd buy it.
Oh dear. Is your wife going to be angry with me now for introducing this website?
No, she'll be fine. She's already used to all this.
Yeah.
I just don't know how much like the shipping's gonna be.
That's the kicker.
Yeah, especially because like Australian dollars. I mean, it's got U.S. dollars listed, so it's 25 American red, white, and blues. So I'll keep it up. I'll give it a look. I have an old Mutant Chronicles like Siege the Citadel or something board.
Oh yeah.
I bought that fairly recent, but I don't know. Mutant Chronicles is interesting. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I got the new book. So like Modifius, the guys who make the new RPG of it, they had like this random sale, right? It was like $6 for the core book, and I'm like that's got to be a PDF, right, for $6. So I paid the $6 and expected like them to send me a link, but it said like, oh, your book shipping. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. So yeah, like a couple days later, a actual hardcover like 300 plus almost 400-page rule book came to my house. I paid $6 for it.
I don't know if it's still the case, but they were doing a sale on all their Judge Dredd stuff the other day,
Oh, don't tell me that.
and they were selling the books, like the hardcover books, for like about $5 each.
Yeah, like I don't know, like if they're going, like I don't know what they're doing.
I think the license is up, so they're getting rid of them.
Yeah, you might be right. So does that mean it's time for us to grab the Judge Dredd license?
I think it might be a bit too late for you to grab the Judge Dredd.
Why?
I think they've sold them all out now. Oh no, it's
I'm
still
saying,
online.
I'm saying we get the license if the
Grab the license. Why not? Right, here you go. Right, Judge Dredd, the
I'm
role
on.
play game,
I'm on.
£5. The Robot Wars, £1. Strontium Dog, £1.
Oh,
Rogue Trooper, £1.
oh,
So originally they're all £35 each.
it's different. It's different in the States. So
Yeah.
there's the 2000 AD. So Judge Dredd and the Worlds of 2000 AD core rulebook, $5.87, which I already have that book. And
That's
then-
sold out now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have it. And then for $1, they have the Robot Wars one. I wonder if they have anything else I could like jump in with it, because like I'd hate to just pay $1 something for a.
Well,
Judge-
they've got the Robot Wars for £1, and then they've got Strontium Dog for £1 and Rogue Trooper for £1.
Yeah,
which
not-
are all 2000 AD.
not in the not on the American site.
Oh really? Oh, that's
Yeah.
a shitter. They've got
Yeah.
them on the British side.
No, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like the only two we have is Robot Wars and the main one on the American site.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean they got Conan. They have they're like Modifius has like everything.
Yeah.
You know what? Like here's like where's the Resident Evil RPG, right?
That's a good point.
It's like that would be like a kicker of a game, a Resident Evil tabletop RPG.
Yeah. I don't know why they've not done that. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it's connected with the license being owned by a Japanese company and role-play games not being such a big thing here. But I mean, I'm sure like the American branch of the company must have suggested it.
Well, the big thing is, Konami's probably not afraid of. I mean, look at like everything else they do. Like, oh wait, Capcom makes it. So like,
Yeah.
Okay, maybe Capcom might be more. Well, where's the Metal Gear Solid RPG?
Yeah.
That would be dope.
You know, that's a game I've never played.
Really?
Yeah.
You should. It's good.
I've heard good things. I mean, in terms of gaming, literally the only thing I play now is Skyrim.
Yeah, that makes sense. I could.
I'm just. Why would you play anything else? It's just so unbelievable.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
what you got for us? Oh yeah, he's coming
Stretching
along.
out the armor now.
Yep. Yeah, so like the standard orc cop, has got like a pistol, which of course like isn't like the best pistol on in space, and like the stick, and we'll give him the net. So like as an action, you can like stop resisting, right? It could be called like the
Yeah.
action, and then you like throw a net on somebody, and it like I think like I don't know. I feel like it was Predator had like a net that automatically like zip tied at the top or something. Like it went.
Yeah,
on
it
and,
would like tighten
cinched-
it up and cut into them.
Yeah. That was Predator, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch the new Predator movie?
I have not. I haven't really got much movie in. I've been like dead on. Yeah. So the chat's saying yes. It was Predator that had the net.
I enjoyed the new Predator movie.
I have
Worth
yet
a
to-
watch.
Yeah. It remeshes to its. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet because I don't know if you know this, Moose, but we have this thing called a Kickstarter campaign going on right now.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I had no idea.
I know, so.
No one told me anything.
I know. I'm telling you right now. So we have a Kickstarter, me and you together, that we are 10 days left to go. So maybe in 10 days I'll be able to watch Prey, because I've been really hard work. Even so, yeah, it started like on the 15th of this month, but
That's
I
right.
mean we've been what prepping for the page itself forever.
Oh yeah. Well, it's just it's not even prepping specifically for the Kickstarter. It's just every day we're doing something.
Yeah,
A sketch for this future project or a sketch for an upcoming one, or even just talking about it. There's always something Neon Lords going on in the background.
oh,
So
absolutely.
it doesn't feel like we've been doing Kickstarter specific prep. It just feels like, just part of the Neon Lords process. It's every day something cool comes up. Every day a new idea pops up, and it's got to get drawn or we've got to get written. Yeah, just
Yeah, so like yeah, well, yeah, I mean setting up a Kickstarter page is probably one of the ridiculous things that anybody could ever do. Like I pride myself in the fact that I'm pretty good at it. I
well, it's a great looking page, man.
I appreciate it. I feel like for the first page, let's see, punishment. Also, don't forget Neon Maniacs to submit your Monster Maker 2022 entries. Yeah, we're gonna pick one at the end of the Kickstarter. I'll sit down with Moose and I'm gonna tell him all of them we have, and we're gonna pick the best. So he doesn't
Yeah.
even know about this, I don't think, because I don't.
I um, I think it was like last week. I saw someone comment on that. I'm like, when did we decide to do that? Yes or no? That was my first
Yeah. So
realization.
in the
But
first,
I'm out of the loop somewhat.
yeah, sometimes you're out of the loop because a lot of times stuff happens in America and you're asleep.
Yeah.
So you don't get the message until later. So yeah, so basically what I did was like the first month we did the remember you remember the first one because it was actually your idea to do the
Yeah.
Monster Maker contest to kind of get people into the game, and the
Yeah.
winner got put in the back of the original book. I don't have an original book next to me, but in the back there is one. That guy did his own art.
Yeah.
Mars Hottentot is his name online. He did a very good job with a Puppet Master. So this year,
Oh yes, yes. I remember
yeah,
that.
yeah. So I redid it, and it's been going on for a while. And I decided to at the end of so in 10 days, all the submissions we'll sit down. We'll do a nice Zoom chat, and I'll read them off to you, and we'll pick the best. And it's so far nobody's submitted art, so you're gonna be stuck with drawing it too.
Looking forward to it.
And then yeah, because the last one he did the art and then I did the stats for it. But I'll do the stats this time with the winner too, like with their input. I know we had
Yeah.
the and then the weapons. So Martin and Garrett won the weapon naming contest. And we'll put that in this book too. I'll add it because it was supposed to go in the Mall of America book. If you remember,
Yeah.
it's the giant hammer with the demon face, and I put the lightning.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
It was meant to go in the Mall of America book when that got released, but that got pushed, of course, like every other book. So we'll put it in the core rule book instead. I feel like that's a better place for it.
Well,
I mean,
it's a good idea, isn't it? I really liked it.
yeah.
Let me see if I've got that picture. I think I've got that picture on here somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. So yeah, so Jared Cycle says, I still need to figure out how to run this. I need to watch a session soon. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to get a session going, like a streaming game, probably within maybe next week. Yep, that's it. That's the one that they named the. I don't remember the name of it, so I couldn't tell you. But yeah, that was a contest that we put out that they got to name, and I have the conversation with them, like Rec Rallier or something. I think it was called. So
I don't recall the. Yeah.
yeah, I'll find it. So yeah. Doc Triton, you will be in the book. He's Martin. He's one of the winners. So yeah, so Jer eventually gonna have a stream here soon. Yeah, you guys are gonna be in the print. core rule book. So yeah, so we'll sit down and then maybe I was planning on. So let's see what date it is. Let's look at our calendars here. So the 14th is a Wednesday. Ugh, that's gonna be brutal because I was gonna do like a close of Kickstarter stream, but
Yeah.
a Wednesday maybe not. Maybe not. I'm taking my medicine right now, so I need some pills. My back's killing me. Maybe not necessarily because I probably still have to go to work in the morning. Well, I could probably get Thursday.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Tentatively speaking, I'm going to try to do it. So at that stream, we can announce. I'm sure you probably won't be able to be there.
On Wednesday, no.
Well, it'd be Wednesday.
I'll be back at junior high school.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be a Thursday for me, wouldn't it?
So I don't know if it would end. I don't know if it ends on the 13th, the Tuesday going into the Wednesday, or if it's. I don't know how it's gonna end. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
With you. I don't remember how the other one went. I'm pretty sure once you get, I think a Kickstarter goes once you get like within the days it starts counting it down.
Yeah, it should
like, by the hours. So we'll figure it out. Either way, before the end of as the Kickstarter ends that day or the next day, we'll announce the winner and then add it to our giant pile of work that we have to do, which we should be. Yeah, okay, Garrett. Yeah, the Power Rallier is the name of that weapon, and it's gonna go in the core rule book. Total Carnage edition of the core rules, currently on Kickstarter. 10 days left.
Not long to go.
Let's get some of them stretch goals. We got a stretch goal coming up here. A couple of them. We gotta get.
What's the next one? Remind us, Brian.
I can't. It's hidden. I haven't.
Oh no, you're not gonna tease them with anything.
Let me see. Let me get a good tease. I mean, I could tell them. That's only. I don't know. Y'all want to know what the next one is at 25K, or do you want to be surprised? Let's see what the chat says. We got a nice little delay, so it's gonna take a second before we get a response. But
how many people we got watching at the moment?
6 people currently.
Cool.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Punishment put the link to the Kickstarter. That would probably be the right thing to do, but you know how we roll here. So let's see. Nothing yet. Oh, yeah. Link to the Kickstarter. Yeah. Excited face from Garrett. Do you all want to know or what? Like, I'll tell you what's happening. I'll tell you. I can tell you everything if you really want. But so here's one thing. So once we hit 300, so we hit 200 backers, and I added an NPC generator to the book. So once we hit 300, we're gonna add something else, Moose. But I don't know what we're gonna add. So like we'll sit down and figure that out. But it's it's book related, so it's not like it's not something that's gonna cost us money to make. It's just something to add to the book.
And it's all a labor of love, so it costs nothing.
Yeah, I mean, none of this costs any money because we love doing this. Like, I have a blast. Like, I mean, like, look at, like, I mean, Bruticorn, right? So, like, the Bruticorn came out of, like, not necessarily one-upping, but, like, I was like, I want to do, like, the Brave Star horse. And you're like, well, what if it was a unicorn? And I was like, well, what if it was a bicorn, you know? So it was like that, like two corns, you know? So, like, it was like, oh, spill it, brother. What's the 25K? 25K will get you a sheet of temporary Neon Lords tattoos. You get a nice sheet of colorful Mutafa art that you could put on your body and get a Neon Lords tattoo across your forehead. So let's see what they say.
Well, you could put it anywhere on your body you like. I'm not one to judge.
Yeah. But if you put a Neon Lord's temporary tattoo on your forehead, I will send you a free package of something. and you have to take pictures of it, of course.
Oh yeah. We want pictures.
So, well, so far chat has acknowledged the temporary tattoo spill. I'll probably make a. You know what? I'll try to like trump up some backers, and I'll do like a. I'll just spill them all.
Let them gush forth.
Silkworm XL said he's putting them on his nards. Wolfman doesn't have
Well,
nards.
you put them on your nards and you send us a picture. No, actually, no.
Yeah. I was gonna say, don't send the picture of that one. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So temporary tattoos is the 25K hit. Actually, you know, let me double check on that because I could be talking out my ass. Because let me just, I have it on a spreadsheet here. I want to say it is, but I could be wrong. 25K temporary tattoos. Yep, that's right.
Yeah, I thought it sounded right.
Okay. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah. So how's that? That's that orc space cop.
The basic lines are almost done.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Let's just get rid of the blue lines.
Does he have a? Did you put a badge on him?
Oh, no, not yet. Just need to think
I mean,
where to put it.
Doesn't have to be anything like crazy, but like that's like one of the. So like they're actually like in the book you can get like a forged one and like because they're so dumb, the space orc cops
Yeah.
that you can literally flash them a fake badge even though you don't look like an orc, like a pig cop at all. You can still trick them into thinking that you are one.
Well, I was last night. I was watching Return of the King with my youngest daughter and my wife because my daughter hadn't seen it before, and her kind of response to the whole scene where they're trying to get to the Mount Doom and they've got to go through this army of 10,000 orcs and they managed to do it undetected was like, why are orcs so stupid, Dad? I'm like, they always have been and they always will be. It's just across all systems, orcs are stupid.
Yeah, it's just like a fantasy trope.
Yeah, and so I think the fake badge thing is a great idea.
Yeah, we were watching Adam West Batman today, like that old Batman.
Brilliant.
Yeah, like my kids actually liked it because but like there was like a big like royal gala event, right? So like this is such a awesome trope that I got to use it in something that like the guy had like a giant sheet over like something behind him, and he's trumping up like this big treasure. And of course, like once the sheet, it's gone. That like super like old movie trope of like the whatever's behind like the curtain is like definitely been stolen prior. And of course,
we could get that in there somehow. Hold on, there you go.
Yeah, let's see. What was about to ask what's the price for making a permanent one? Oh yeah, so if you get a permanent Neon Lord's tattoo, it's free books for life. But it's got to be Neon Maniac across your forehead.
Yes. Here we go.
Oh yeah. Chat, what do you think? What are you thinking? And obviously, like he's gonna moose it up, like.
Oh yeah, this is just halfway now.
Yeah. Like I know it's easy for me to envision it because like we've been doing this for like 2 years now.
Yeah.
So like I know what it's gonna look like in the future, but chat, yeah, what do you guys think? That's phenomenal. Look at that, and just what how long we've been streaming? 2 hours, and you haven't been working on it for 2 hours.
I can tell you exactly how long I've been working on it.
It tells you in the app.
Yep, 52 minutes.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool that it tells you.
Yeah, that's why I don't think I'll ever go back to traditional pen and pencil because the app just does it allows you to do so much stuff.
They're loving it. Chat's loving it.
Good.
Yeah. So, yep. So in the book, you can come across regular orc cops, your standard issue, shotgunning orc cops, and then heavy orc cops. So they're kind of like in mech armor with like like chain guns.
Right.
So like that's gonna be interesting to fight. I know, like I don't know, Garrett. If so, in that last con, I ran a space bulk adventure, but I don't think they ever came across. I think no, they did come across some space orc cops, but they dispatched them quite quick. So, yeah, it was. It'll be a good time had by all. I'm glad we everyone's loving it. I'm glad we got to do the. That's a good one because that kind of encompasses. I mean, like, yeah, there's like a whole slew. I've sent you like a list and I've added to it. I hate to tell you. I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna tell you live on air so you don't get mad at me. And I added a couple. I'm sorry.
I'm not surprised. Why break the habit of a lifetime?
Yeah. Well, the problem is I think about something. I'm like, damn, that would be awesome. And I was like,
I need to see what that will look like.
yeah, let me pull up. Yeah, I gotta pull it up in my InDesign, cause like I am like the worst like publisher or like I write with like I write directly into the layout program. Like
Yeah.
that's probably not a good habit. So too bad I already got damaged tattoo on my forehead. Yeah. Too bad. Should have got Neon Maniac. You would have got free books for life. Oh boy, what's going on? Let's check the status of the Kickstarter. And no movement, no movement. But no movement is always a good thing too. That means that no one's dropping out as well.
There you go.
So, no movement can be good. So
You know,
Moose
it's
is
a
business
marathon. It's
partner
not a sprint.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he's not bound to draw anything. They said since you're a business partner now, he's blood bound to draw it. He'll tell me no. Eventually.
I could never say no to you, Brian.
That's not true.
Yeah, that's not true at all, is it?
No. He's definitely told me no.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what it was.
Reigning the enthusiasm.
I shouldn't say no. You've talked me out of things.
Yes, that's more accurate, I think.
Yeah. Which I mean, but like it's more like you're just more realistic than I am.
Yes. That's very much it.
Yeah, you're a realist. Oh man, I almost spilled the beans. I almost like actually talked about an anecdotal story about that, but it involves a top secret thing that's in the Neon Maniac Eyes Only pack, which I can't talk about.
Oh yeah, no. Mum's
So,
word.
Mum, yeah, I almost literally said that. Yeah, mum is the word, as they say. Can't spill the beans on that.
No. Well, I mean, I nearly ended up posting the secret revealed character class, didn't I? And you had to stop me.
Yeah, secret reveal character class.
The bard. When I finished drawing
Oh
it.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll put him online. And you're like,
yeah, Noise Thrasher. Yeah, the Noise Thrasher almost got leaked off the bat. Which, like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, I kind of did talk about, not necessarily the Noise Thrasher himself. I talked about, like, so if you really look at, like, the first Kickstarter, like, I wanted to pay homage to that, and, like, the first thing we unlocked was the Heather class. So,
yeah.
So that got, okay, so while people are here listening, I can read off the list of monsters to get you excited for this supplement.
Yeah.
So, space zombies, star vampires, Zotes with an X, if you know anything about. We'll get to the Zote in a second. Star Crusaders, which has to get changed to Star Grunts, which we've done.
Mm.
So Star Crusaders are in there, but we don't need a picture of them. They're just Mormon-toting space Mormons.
Oh no, they'll get a picture.
Oh, you want to do them?
If it's in the bestiary, everyone gets a picture. That's the rule.
Okay.
Because the idea is, I want when these become what would you call it, VTTs?
Yes.
Yeah, I want everything to be there.
Well,
so no one has to proxy or imagine.
That's fair. So, okay, so now you have to VTT Space Mormons. So
It's such a stupid idea.
yeah, but it's so awesome. I think you
Brilliant. It's brilliant. Yeah.
Okay, so and then you got snot goblins,
Yeah.
man-eating plants, enforcement droids, orc cops, standard, shotgun, and then the heavies, cryotube monster, space pirates, cube crazy perps, hybrids, space gators, cosmic punks, mutated chuds, the grimace. I added. This is where I added. I think there maybe I might have sent you the grimace.
Yeah. I knew about that one. Yeah.
Okay, living brains.
No, that's a new one. I think.
Yeah, I know it is. Vomit rats. Chaos champion. Why didn't we have a chaos champion?
I don't know. I don't know.
And then chaos witch.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's cool. A couple of cool ones there.
Yeah, so like that's why because they ended up getting added into rooms, and I was like, dang it, he's gonna be so mad. But like one of
Because
the
we already have a witch. I know that. So we need to
yeah,
think of.
they're night hags. Or
That's
something.
right.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, chaos witches, they use like blood magic rituals.
Okay.
So I mean, once we get to it, we'll talk about it. But yeah, so like yeah, so there's like a room where you could essentially like the brains like pop out and like start attacking you. So it's like
Oh, cool.
yeah, so it's like a living brain. Gotta have with the living brains. So he's gonna be mad at me, but it'd be stupid. You know, it's cool. You know, it sounds cool when I'm doing it. So it's like
If it's cool, it's gonna go in the book.
yeah, exactly. So it's
That's
like
the rule.
You got yeah, there is a rule of cool. So that's the bestiary thus far. I'll hope to keep it there for Moose's sake. Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 add-ons. And I didn't add like the space orc, or space orc, the space cop variants. Because we don't need pictures of all of them.
Well, I mean, we did say we were going to try and keep it to 20 because it's a nice round number.
Yeah. So totally.
But if it's something that's been mentioned, I mean, yeah, if it's a space cop variant, maybe that's not as necessary, I suppose.
No, it's not. I don't think it's not. I don't think it's necessary.
Hold on.
We'll just do like a. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. So on his stick, is it too late to go back and mess with the stick?
What do you want to put on the stick?
Well, let's put like let's make it like a couple nails in it, right? You gotta have a couple nails in it, and then let's have him name his stick. I mean, it's probably obviously not. You probably do that later anyway, but like you want
Yeah.
You want to like let's write a name on it. Like what would he name it? Like Little Piggy or something.
Or it could be named after his sweetheart, like Eileen or Rosemary or something completely out of keeping with an orc.
Yeah, so like Daisy or something.
Daisy, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that works. That's what my initial thought
what he could do while he's beating people over the head with it, he could sing that old song, couldn't he? Daisy, Daisy.
Oh, now you're just getting into
your answer, dude. Yeah.
You're getting into Clockwork Orange territory right there.
There you go.
Oh, someone said Nancy. I guess that makes sense. Nancy.
Well, I think Nancy should be the name for a pair of heavy orc boots. Because, the Nancy Sinatra song, these boots are made for walking.
Oh, yeah. That's
he could change it to, like, these boots are made for stomping while he's, like, curb stomping someone or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I would say an orc cop's sweetheart would have some sort of, like, flower name.
Yeah. Tulip.
Yeah, Tulip. Excellent idea.
I've just added a couple of spikes, and I beefed up his boots a little more.
Perfect. Yeah, exactly. Just like that. Nothing crazy on the spikes,
No.
because it's still like standard issue. But I mean, if he's gonna
Just
write,
he's added a little bit extra to them.
yeah, I mean, if he's gonna write his name on it, might as well add a couple spikes for good measure.
Yeah.
Nancy Pattern Crime Stompers.
There we go.
Yeah, we're always about good marketing and good labeling of things.
Absolutely. Right.
So.
Now comes the shading time.
The good time. But yeah, so
What's the time where you are?
it is 11 o'clock at night. So I mean, yeah, we can get a couple more questions. If I mean, 2 hours is plenty. We got a good start at what it looks like, and then once it's done, we can post them. Just trying to think of what other pertinent information. Let's see, chat. You got any questions for the immortal Moose? This is the time to ask him because like he's never been on stream. He's gonna play a game of Neon Lords one of these days.
One day, yeah. And that will be my second roleplay game ever if I do.
What's the first one?
I played a game of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay once.
Just like one game.
One game, that was it, yeah.
Hell yeah! What did you think?
It was. I mean, the game was fun, and the guy who was DMing was good. But I need miniatures when I game.
Oh, you're gonna hate it over Zoom then.
Well, look, considering I've illustrated pretty much the whole book, it'd be stupid of me to not at least try it. So.
Yeah, you gotta play it. We gotta play once, at least once.
Oh God, yeah.
All right, Garrett's leaving. He said, "Great stream, brothers. I'll talk to you later."
Take it easy, Garrett.
Yeah, we'll finish up here soon.
Yeah. I'll just do a little bit of shading just so people can see kind of how the process works.
Absolutely. And then, yeah, if chat, if you got any questions, now's the time to ask him. He's going to leave, and he's never going to come back because he hated it so much.
Never. The whole thing's been so traumatic, I'm going to call it a day.
But, yeah, okay, so Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, first edition?
Yeah. A friend of mine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the first edition, yeah.
That great mohawked dwarf on the front.
Yeah, Dwarf Slayer taking on a big ogre.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. Very iconic. That's why, this edition that's out now, essentially redid that cover.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's it's to show you that, hey, because, Fantasy Flight or whoever had it, had the license to it, they really messed it up. It was, a completely different game with cards and stuff.
Oh yeah, I know there was a lot of counters and tokens and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, so it's back to, Nurgle's in the back of it. It's just a fantastic book. And that's I'm trying to get my local people to. I'm gonna run a Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay because, I want to run it at least once or twice just so they can, just so I can play it, and get a little chaos in. I'm gonna got a Death Shroud Terminator, just chilling.
Nice.
So if you don't play 40k though, right?
I play one-page rules using my 40k armies.
So what's your go-to 40k army? That was a question I had.
I have a few armies, in fact. You see the cabinet there.
Yeah.
I have. Hold on, sorry. Get that right. So I've got 2 or 3 armies. So my go-to one, my favorite, is my Orc army.
Okay.
But it's a dread mob.
Right.
So it's let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 6 orc death dreads and 12 killer cans and 1 mega dread.
Nice.
So it's just all stompy robots.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Then my second army is an Imperial Guard tank army.
Okay.
which is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 8 Layman Rust battle tanks and then 5 support tanks.
Okay.
So it's just a full treadhead. And then the last one is my Space Dwarf army,
Oh, awesome.
which is an all biker army.
Nice.
So hold on, I'll show you a couple of the models. Give me a minute.
Yep.
Oh.
Chat did come up with a question, so when I'll ask you once you sit back down.
Okay. Here we go. Oh. So it's orc bikers
Awesome.
with orc sentinels. So not orcs, but dwarf sentinels.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And here's the psychic guy, like the dwarf ancient or psyker on a floating platform.
That's amazing.
And then the dwarf warlord with his rather large hammer.
Super cool.
So yeah, those are my 3 main 40k armies. You're just Nurgle, or have you got a second one?
So yeah, Death Guard, and I
Oh, yeah.
have Space Wolves.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so nothing super crazy. I want to get a third. I'm thinking. I think I'm gonna go like just standard chaos. So like
Yeah.
like I don't. So maybe because I kind of want to batten, but I kind of want to do like some like corn. So,
Well, there's a load of new corn stuff out now, isn't there?
yeah, or like what are they called? Like World Eaters.
Oh yeah.
Thinking about that.
Do them in the pre-heresy scheme though. The white armor looks fantastic.
Oh, that'd be cool. Or yeah, like what's a batten? It's like Black Templar. No.
Abaddon is the
He's like
oh, God.
Essentially the Chaos Primarch, even though he's not like a Primarch.
yeah, he's the head of the whole chaos movement, as it were.
Yeah, essentially, right?
He was a former Death Guard Marine. His thing's the Black Legion.
Yeah, Black Legion. That's what it's called. Yeah, I could not think of it. So yeah, so Black Legion or World Eaters is kind of where I'm thinking. But like, do I really want to do another Chaos army? But I love Chaos so much, you know. So
Chaos is cool.
yeah.
I am a small Space Marine force as well at the moment. Just in early days.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it's
So he'll be the leader. And then the troops are the old metal 3rd edition ones, 2nd edition ones.
Yep, with the power fist like that.
Yeah, the old they were the old metal bodies. So these ones,
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, the old Space Marine Strike Force.
Nice.
So I've got about 20 of those, and I want to get them done over the Christmas holidays.
Very cool. So, Punishment asked, what has it been like living in Japan for 21 years? Has the culture there influenced your mindset towards art?
No, not at all. I really don't like anime that much. I mean, it's great, it's fantastic, but it's kind of everywhere now.
Yeah.
And you can see the influence in a lot of role-play games being made in America and England as well. And beautiful illustrations, not knocking anyone's talent. Really not my cup of tea, though. So artistically, no, it's not really had any impact. Lifestyle-wise, well, you know, it's hard to say because I was 21 when I left England, fresh out of university. You know, very much single, zero responsibilities, and now married, 2 kids, and my oldest about to start university next year. Mortgage, self-employed. So it's hard to really compare. Like, how my life has changed. Those changes would have happened regardless of where I work. So I went from basically a student to an adult. So, yeah, hard to say how it's really changed my life because I didn't have much time as an adult in the UK. So I can't honestly say.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd say from there we closed it out for the night with
Okay.
let's just check.
Oh.
So the we got no nibbles on the Kickstarter, which is fine.
Oh.
We're okay where we're at. We'll get that. Oh, phenomenal. Look at that. That looks fantastic.
There you go. You can see how the shade. Let's move that a little bit.
Yeah.
You can see how the shading on the arm is coming together.
Oh yeah, it's looking fantastic. I love it. Absolutely.
So
Love it.
that'll be ready to post probably when you lot wake up.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, I mean, obviously when you're done, just toss it on the page would be awesome. From
Okay.
there, so yep. So I got the raviolis for Randy tomorrow night with Joey. We're gonna have Levi Combs on. We're gonna interview him, talk about grindhouse movies and what makes him tick when it comes to those, I suppose. Yeah, they're saying gorgeous. Everyone's loving the orc cops because orc cops
Excellent.
are a good idea. So yeah, from there, just like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to smash that like button. Right? Is that what they're supposed to say or something?
That's it. Spread the good word.
Yep.
Lord Randy be praised.
Spread the Lord Randiness of the Randys. So yeah, I will see y'all in a couple hours when I wake up, surely, and then I'll be online again tomorrow night doing the same thing. So
Take it easy, guys.
yep, have a good night.
Neon Lords of the Toxic Wasteland will be right back. But first, a word from our sponsors.
And out of these dark times came the Gnarly Age, a time where humanoids no longer fear the evil of the wastelands. You, brave scumdog, are you a rat enough dude to take up arms against the mutants and slime-ridden horrors that lay within the ruins of the Forgotten World? Be cautious, my dude, for these are still times of great bogus peril. May Lord Randy bless your slaughters and keep you red.
Total carnage! River original music makes me sick. We'll make it faster, unleash the bastards, and make it right for our new dead master. Oh my God, what have we done? The songs are done, and we just begun. Yes, this is it. Time to commit, and we'll do a guitarist. To see it right to our face, ripping off invisible ways. They find strength in our flames, ripping off invisible ways. Team Voice, Ryan Wade, ripping off invisible ways. To see it right to our face, ripping off invisible ways.